Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ADC SPL all-time tier list. Today we're going to be ranking all of the relevant hunters who ever played in the SPL and their where they place from GOAT to GOAT contender to really great to great to decent to minor fraud to major fraud to dog ass. We'll see where they end up. If your favorite hunter isn't on this list, I'm sorry to tell you, not relevant. Not a relevant player. Shout out Streak Up. So yeah, I'm pretty ready to go on this one. I don't know if there's any chat. We've been through it, but there's hopefully no players that we're missing. I'm pretty happy with the list. It's not as long a list as I thought it might be. But yeah. You're missing Jenny from the block. I believe that's just Zapman, and also Jenny from the block never played SPL. Do admins get ranked? Vinny did kill Pandacat. It's not an SPL game. Otherwise, maybe. Otherwise, I'd be in there. No Echrome? Echrome never played SPL. Did Echrome play SPL? Was he on that Valks team that never really played? I don't count that. Who was the... No, the ADC for that Valks team was Emil, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Chrome never made SPL. He made some lens, but not SPL, so doesn't count. But I do like him. And he did own me earlier today. Van was an ADC? Yeah, I know he played a little bit of ADC, but we're not counting it. It's like, you know, I think if someone played a little bit of ADC in like Season 7, I might rank them. If someone played a little bit of ADC in like Season 2, I'm not going to bother. Anyway. Let's crack on. And decide how good players are. We're starting strong, I think, actually. There's a strong group of players early in the alphabet for ADC. So if you want to go pro in Smite 2, in the ADC role, it might be worth changing your name to starting, you know, first few letters of the alphabet. Xenotronics, was he not more of a... He was a mid, no? Did he play ADC in SPL? I know he played mid in SPL, but... Anyway, major fraud. Allied. He, for me, goes straight into the great tier. Around his period of time, he was one of the best players in his role. It was a bit of a plumber era, you have to say. And I think he's just great. I don't think he slips into really great. Because he wasn't like the best player in his role at the time. And it was pure plumber era, you know? I think if you're a best player in your role in the plumber era, you definitely can slide into really great. But I don't think you can. You can if you're not the best player in your role. He did get a penta. The penta was sick. Did Game Hunter end up in great or really great? Can we watch his penta? Sure, why not? See if it comes up. Legendary Smite moments. Shout out Betty. You don't follow Betty already on YouTube, subscribe, that's the word for it.
They dropped him pretty quickly. Divios had to escape away. That was a defensive ult right there just to say boom. That Nature's Grasp's going to miss
no one
as well.
worry
Weaken
about
stepping
who's
right
casting.
into the Tornadoes to try to guarantee this. Weakening Curse going to stop Wisps. Shield Wall plus one shot. Allied going to find a double.
A triple potentially coming their way as Snoopy's trying to go toe-to-toe.
This must be a Fatalis, man. Snoopy, we'll see him in this list later on. TSM hoodie on.
Again,
Allied quadra kill!
Quadra kill, snipe him! They found him!
2 shots from the sky, third one's gonna hit. He's trying for it, he's lower!
Whoa! Why is Divios playing Giannis?
Senpai has done it again.
He's reached his final form, ladies and gentlemen.
Why is Divios playing fucking Giannis, by the way? What is happening? Oh, anyway, great. Great player. Arkkyl. Now. I think Arkkyl had a relatively slow start in the SPL when he was on teams like, I think he was on Leftovers for a while. But prior to finding God, I think he was really great. I think he was a really fucking good ADC. I actually think he was so sick at the game. I don't know how he was so good. Yeah. Don't check his Twitter out, is what I would say. But he may be the most individually talented player on this list. Maybe him or Realzx. Like just pure ADC talent. I think it's those so ridiculously good. It's not that his Twitter's not that interesting, you know. But Arkkyl, super sick at the game. Like just as a pure mechanical player, I don't think he was that good of a teammate from everything I've heard. But I think as like purely mechanical, like showing up on game day, pressing his buttons right, and doing the right thing, one of the best ADCs to ever do it. Didn't win a whole lot. I don't know if that rival season, if they won, they must have won some regular season stuff then. And he probably won some stuff on Dig also, I guess. Anyway, never won Worlds. Ataraxia. See, this is one which I definitely have some bias on. One of my favorite, you know, obviously there's Ataraxia, Prime, Twig, who I teamed with for the longest out of anyone. And they're my favorite teammates. I think Ataraxia was one of the smartest ADCs, but also mechanically not as good as many other. I mean, you put if you combine Ataraxia and Arkkyl, you take Arkyl's mechanics and everything else from Ataraxia, you might be the best player of all time. I think he's great. He wasn't good at. I don't think he was a. Check his Twitter. Yeah, Ataraxia's Twitter. We include Ataraxia's Twitter. He's not a fraud. He made Worlds final twice. I don't think you can do that as a fraud. But I do think Nate was a fantastic teammate. Plumber eras, season 2 and 3, a little slightly plumber. Oh, season 1 and 3, yeah, correct. Yeah, season 2 was the season enemy made the final, the most bizarre entry to a final. But yeah, I think Ataraxia is great. Barraccudda. Longevity, individual skill, fantastic smile, always laughing. This guy, he's a GOAT contender. He's fantastic. He's a GOAT contender. Unbelievable player. I like him a lot. Respect the way he's gone about his time in the Smek community a lot. Has he done anything since season 4? Yeah, he was still fantastic on teams. Like there was that period on the Renegades, for example, where Jake and Barra were running lanes and crushing everybody. He's been great throughout. Unbelievably unimpressive? What? Barra? You've only been watching Smite for a year. Longevity bias is true, but I bet Shocks you were like, put variety in GOAT, put variety in GOAT, he's the best player ever, he's so good. But when I put Barra up there, you're like, fucking Barra? What are you doing with this guy? He was not bad. Barra had a lot of good performances over the years. He was one of the best players in the. I mean, he was the best or one of the best players for like the first 4 years the game was out, and then after that, he was still SPL caliber. Like I don't think anybody was ever really saying that Barra should be kicked, apart from maybe season 10. I think he goes in GOAT contender. I think people would consider him. Some people would consider him the GOAT, you know? 0 rings? Yeah, but he won more money than Zap's 3 rings combined, winning 1 tournament. Keep that in mind. He also, yeah, he won the season 1, actually. It wasn't season 0. He won season 1 Worlds. He got a ring. Did you get a ring for that? Does he have a ring? Probably. And he was goated back then. And even like you look at like season 2 and season 3, Energy and Epsilon versus Barra's teams, unbelievable matchups, and Barra was performing at the level he should be, and he owns a house. Anyway, Kabam. You'll all likely remember Kabam as the coach of Splice when they won Worlds and an admin at High Res Studios. Unbelievable amount of patience on this man, but as all admins do, he hated the players big time. They got small replicas of the Hammer Trophy. He was exhausted by the players. I think he might have been the admin who got the most tired of the players the fastest. It was incredible. Anyway, I think he goes in decent tier. He was a decent ADC. Nothing to write home about. Didn't really win a whole lot, but he was around. He was pressing buttons. Cyclone next up. A fantastic ADC. He is either really great or GOAT contender for me. I think he's really great. I don't think anybody's saying that Cyclone is the GOAT ADC. Are they? Are people saying that? I don't think so. I don't think I ever would either. I think he's really great. Yeah, you watched late, Spark. That's the thing. First three... Isn't he the worst teammate imaginable? I think some people said he was a bad teammate at times, yeah. Oh, I wanted to do something. Can we do this? Does this work? Can I make it... I want it to end in 30 minutes. Does this work? There you go, chat. I don't know. People are fucking... Of course there's already a command called vote. God damn it. Alright, everybody remember... Everybody go here and vote on your tier list. I don't know how the fuck this works. How does it work? So if I do this... What the... How does this work? Network error when attempting to fetch resource. Did it work for you guys? Oh, shit. Oh, I'm skewing the vote. Anyway, whatever. Okay. Well, we'll see. Maybe that'll be relevant. Anyway, I don't think he goes in GOAT contender. I think I'd put him here. I'd put him above Arkkyl, but below Barra, in my opinion. I think Cyclones, if you look at, like, here's one for you, chat. If you look at Barra at his best compared to the rest of the ADCs, and Cyclone at his best compared to the rest of the ADCs, I think Barra was comfortably, at least the best ADC in his region, possibly the best ADC in the world, between him and Emil. And then you look at Cyclone, was he the best ADC at any point? I don't know. I wouldn't say so with confidence, no. Was he the best ADC in his region? I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't say he was worse than the rest, speaking. He was on dog shit teams, but individually, he was rarely that bad. Did Marvalz play SPL? I think he did. Let me check. The Randozo. That was SPL. The Randozos. That was SPL, wasn't it? Wasn't he on like the worst SPL team of all time? Be careful. Look at the picture I've made of him. Isn't that enough for you, Sagun? He's the king of Spain. All right. Emilitoo. GOAT contender. There's no two ways about it. World's MVP. Best Chronos to ever do it. Second best Neath to ever do it. I think he gets in there. Big fan of Emil. I like him personally and professionally. Strong player. I think one of the things that was underrated about Emil actually in his time on Energy is his like mind for the game. I think he's really good at figuring out how to win in game. He's not so much like a theory crafter, but I think in game he understood the game really, really well. That's from teaming with him a little bit. How long did Emil play? So he played from like season 0 to at least season 4 in the SPL. Did he play season 5? I think he did. He joined E United in season 5. Was it season 5 he joined E United? Is that the year? Because remember he joined E United when they lived in that house in NA and they had cockroaches. He replaced Vetium, I think, on that team. That was the first. They had cockroaches, Neil. Cockroaches. Video demonetized. God damn it. Funballer. Another guy who I teamed with on Renegades. Not for too long. Definitely started Smite strong. I think fell off pretty hard. But I think he was good throughout most of the time. I think he's great. I do not think he's really great. He was pretty he was high tier, yeah. But so was Ataraxia. I think he's great. He was definitely better individually than Ataraxia, but worse at understanding the game. Gaij. Gaij. Has anybody got that? Do we have that guy? Is that Gaij clip somewhere? look at the searches I've got. Gaij cat. Has anyone got that Gaij cat? Alright, remember to vote, by the way. Gaij? Yeah. Has anybody got that guy? Can we go Twitch? Gaij. And we look at his top clips, maybe? Clips? Top? All? No? There it is.
Meow.
Don't look, Rafi. Where is he? Anyway, Gaij is the GOAT. Oh, I spat on my own face a little bit. Gaij. I think he was decent. I think he belongs in the decent tier. Was pretty alright the whole time he played. Every time I saw him, I wasn't like, oh, this guy's dog shit. He was alright. He was alright. Irens. Dig Irens. A minor fraud, I think, if I ever saw one. Very forgettable. Very youthful, though. Very youthful. You've got to admit. Very youthful. Look at him. You know how young he looks. I think he was, is Irens one of the Dutchies? Is he a Dutch guy? I think he might be a Dutch guy. Upcoming stars. Was that with Feck says? And Vote? At that, oh, probably not Vote at that time, because he was on Upcoming Stars as well. Emil Goat above Barra? I could. And I will, sure. Yarkor! Hardcore. I think he goes in really great. Fantastic, fantastic gamer. Didn't have enough time in the role to go into GOAT, but it's pretty fucking crazy that he won Worlds. I mean, there is no chance you'd put Hardcore in GOAT contender for support slash. Come on now. But he got the job done. It was impressive. Does he go here? I think he maybe goes here. Ah! You know what? I actually think Arkkyl did it better than Hardcore. Dude, Arkkyl was so fucking good. Hardcore was probably a better teammate, but Arkkyl was... Like, if I could have Arkkyl, I would maybe pick him above, like, almost any other ADC just on pure mechanics. He's so good. He's so good. Yeah. And he's married and religious. Let it goon. The gat glows bright in the goon cave tonight. Not a mogger to be seen. A kingdom called Groomer Nation. Groomer Nation? Get out of my chat. Germain. Germain. Where does Germain go? I think he goes in minor fraud or decent. One of the two. Goat contender? Didn't you kick this guy, Theeks? I think he's a minor fraud. Yeah, literally made a living in the SPL by being friends with Dardes. Nah, he was pretty good at Smite. Never put much effort in. He was just kind of around. Yeah, he was late. Yeah, he never put any effort in. He was just kind of around. Where's the... Do I have it? Hang on. I think I might have it somewhere. Oh, fuck. I swear I have the image of... if he's late again... Is it called, like, Cherio? No. I don't know. I don't know if I can find it right now. If someone finds... Hello, Nika. Thanks for the raid. Welcome. I was trying to look for that that meme picture of you know, the Star Wars Council, where it's like, if I swear to God, if he's late again, he's kicked. Was it Big Man or was it Germain? I think it was Germain, right? Yeah. Cyclone under Barra? Yeah. Early seasons, Barra was the best ADC from NA, comfortably. Possibly the best in the world. It was him or Emil. No way, you've got it? Is this it? Where's Germain? If he's not here in 15 minutes. This is the one. This is the one! Classic. Classic Germain. What is this one? Is it the same? Wait, who was your... Oh, there's Big Man, Nika, Cherry, Dardes. Okay. The classic. Anyway. Minor fraud, Germain. Could have been so good, but I don't think he ever cared that much to try. Yeah. He's not moving off Gage and Kabam. Joshy. Joshy goes into decent. And I remember Joshy, he was on LG, right? At this point when he played SPL, ADC in the SPL. And he was like the only player who was doing well. From what I remember. I remember him cooking. He was good. He was good. How is Germain below these dogs? Because Germain was dog shit. He was on a bad team, losing every week in a fucking plumber era, Shocks. He never fucking won. Those teams lost every fucking week. The only time that they got any success was when they kicked Germain. The four above him did better. I mean, I could put him above. I could put him above Rens, maybe. Kabam was good at ADC. He was like a mid-tier. He was on a mid-tier team as a mid-tier player at the time. You guys are just deluded because you played against Germain in ranked a couple times and he spanked you, so you think he's good. But the problem is, you were dog shit. You were fucking ass. Germain was just a fucking, you know, nowadays a plat player. No, I remember Josh played ADC in the SPL. And I think he played mid in the SEC, no? And he did well. Angry, you were probably creating your Twitch account around the time Ataraxia was doing it, you know? You didn't know what was going on. You were watching SPL games between episodes of Bob the Builder. Fucking take it easy. No, Gage was good for the short. He played very little in the SPL. He barely even makes the list. But Germain was dog shit. He held his team back. He was good in scrims and good in ranked, but bad on game day. Never ever performed. Him and Dardes as the Bruise Brothers actually were terrible. And that's just a cold hard fact. Cold hard fact. The reason that they lost everything is because they would go in scrims and they'd play like fucking Agni support, Ram ADC, and dominate lanes. And then they go in game day, they lose one time and they never do it again, and lose every fucking week playing regular stuff. Dog shit players. Stand by it. Moax was decent. Torpedo, among other teams. He was just a decent ADC at his time, way back in the day. Well, yeah, they barely ever scrimmed because Germain never showed up. Yeah, he left-clicked sometimes. Moax was an average ADC in a quite a plumber era. But he never overstayed his welcome. You got to keep that in mind. Moax didn't hang on with his fingertips like, no, please, I want to play more. He was like, I'm washed, I'm out of here. You soloed Moax once? Jesus Christ, you know what? Madmanmarc. NA's greatest hope back in the day. Remember that? Remember when everyone was like, this guy's the new up-and-coming thing? Where did he go? Where did he go? Went mad? Check his Twitter? Someone check his Twitter? Drink heavy and talk shit? Really? Where did he come from? Where did he go? He went to college? Yeah. That makes sense, actually. He was very young the whole time he was around. Minor fraud, I think. You know what? We'll put Rens down to major fraud. And we'll put Mark in minor fraud, I think. How does that feel? Does that feel better? Because he's a Dutch? Exactly. That's it. Another thing for you to be a victim about, LI. Getting your reps in prior to Arsenal starting playing. That's good. All right. Marvalz. Not Marvalz. Not Marvalz. Marvalz played very little in the SPL, and he was a major fraud because he could only play Ram. And that's a fact. I'm sorry. He belongs here. Major fraud. He had one god. And that's not enough. That's not enough gods. Metyankey's another guy who had a very short period of being like a well-respected player and then just fucking off the face of the fucking earth. But, yeah, we'll pull it up. Metyankey, pool player. Surely it's here.
Wowy locked in.
We love Betty. Betty's carrying this video.
Especially in the North American scene, who've seen him in the rank scene with that, and a lot of people expect him and have quoted him being one of the best.
This is Worlds.
God Fury is on the way.
Motherfucker went to Worlds?
Two members, three members from Worlds have now arrived.
Worlds final?
Does not have the ultimate. Neither does Metyankey to try
and contest.
No, he didn't.
He was on
They've
sword.
got to try and fight this one and contest big as Alquan goes in. Pandacat under pressure. Pandacat was very far forward. Petrified. Did hit onto Homie Effie. I'm a monster.
Why did he jump in?
Looking for a target, but they're also tanky. Off the mark with
Chaos
that,
not
and
on
Metyankey avoids it well. Veriziel takes some poke damage. Root crush onto Hurrywind. Did connect with the Sanctuary. The ricochet off the triple bounce and connects with the auto.
And look at this, Hurrywind trying to find Panda Beyond as well. Met over the wall, looking for the next kill, and it is going to connect. Double kill coming up from Metyankey. The rotation from Marauder. Hurrywind in trouble. There's the curse. There comes the execute.
Is there another? Does he hit another one?
Soar. After slowing down the pace of the game, has picked it back up. Metyankey with the triple bounce, the last auto. The rest of Thor pile in, and they're going to get a Gold Fury off of this as well.
Said it during picks and bans, but a lot of North Americans have already stated over and over again, Wowy on Metyankey is potentially the best player of it in the world in North America. And that triple bounce there has just turned this game on its head for a moment. So now controlling again the Gold Fury, the biggest objective right now on the map that they could look to take, gets goes the way of Saw, all because of that triple shot. But there is Najar as well by Homiyefe, and Rafa realizes he's going to die now.
DH16 big tie DreamHack.
But he does. There is now Yamin to try and body block. The Splo is on him, and Homiyefe is
Emilitoo,
in trouble.
Pantera,
Emilitoo though has to respect Metyankey.
He missed the whole Hoyo.
But the triple shot, the ricochet was good. Now he jumps in. Metyankey, the best North American Hoyo player I've ever seen.
In the world.
He's looking for the kill, and it's Jigs that'll get credit for the kill. But now 4 members of Sword now on the right hand side defending blue. But what's going on in mid lane here? Panthera, and now pushing with 2 members. Emilitoo could look for some free poke on the tower. Metyankey's going to rotate
about to get fucking cooked again.
But Emilitoo's going to be careful because there is Homiyefe on the mark with that ultimate, and the drums have been sounded. The Suns are there too. The Sanctuary though from Emilitoo's keeping him alive, and now the reinforcements of Panthera are here, but it's not enough. Yamin falls down. Emilitoo could fall too. Ricochet connects, but a good shield from Rafa keeps him up.
What a
now
shield.
They're going to be pressuring this tier 1, but no ultimates available right now.
They also don't have any minions, but there's Homie going in with a sash, and immediately Dimmy responds with his ultimate. 3 hits stuns Homiyefe, but he did heal first. Jigs re-engages to dissuade Dimmy from carrying on. Now Dimmy gets hit by the ricochet. Thunder crash from Hero and connects. Metyankey gets the kill. Emilitoo though does now rotate.
For some reason I view Soar as an org as like one of the biggest scum orgs.
This is Hunter's day, as Metyanky's now looking for his triple on Emilitoo.
He's got the ricochet, he finds the stun.
Or just plain old ones as well. That's how you know a good Hoyi.
And Metyankey looking phenomenal.
And Metyankey, this guy's Hoyi is insane right now. His sons have been a little bit off the mark today, but at the same time, those ricochets, they haven't. They've connected.
He did miss the whole Hoyi. You're right.
Stays alive. Dimmy is knocked up as he stayed a little
Where's the toll player on crack line? Give me the line. Say the line, Hindu man.
Gets the knockup, great purification. Jigs finishes him off with Intoxicate, and this should be a tier 1 from Store as well.
Is swinging around the back, looking for picks. Jigs
he one tap him or something.
Double tap on the mark. Ricochet though was even better. There's the flop onto it, but
dude, that almost triple bounced. Dude, Rafa is the GOAT. Look how good Rafa is, man. Everybody keep that in mind for the support tier list. That guy was so fucking good.
Slowly but surely, Rafa going all the way and gonna force the reset.
So we're gonna take a game off Panthera, probably not.
On Jigs, wall onto Jigs, flop away from Jigs. Now adapting goes up.
I don't remember if this finished 3-0.
He's got the read. Emilitoo's in this guy too. It's gonna be the double dump, adapting off the mark, and there comes the turnaround.
Oh, look how long that spin was!
To keep his support alive, and Rafa will get killed by Metyankey, and now it's Panthera in trouble as Homiyefe.
Here's the bounce.
The boys of Sora coming back. Metyankey off the bank. He's like a pool player on crack. He's now looking for the kill to Emilitoo.
Oh, look how good Emil is at juking though. What a go. Didn't get a kill.
Metyankey, just great play from him. The ricochets are so phenomenal. I don't know how many games this is going, but we might see Panthera have to respect
Yaman's only
Game 3. I can see it now. Sora coming so far back into this one. Panthera win again. The world champions, and now they are DreamHack Master.
All right, that was a good video. Okay, sorry for stealing your content, Bay, but it has to happen. Metyankey was very good at Hoyi. Pretty uninspiring on pretty much everything else. I think he goes. Does he go decent or minor fraud? I feel like anybody who was on Soar at any point might have to go in fraud. I know that Final K was on Soar. I think he's a minor fraud. It's part of the reason, yeah, Dardes. Also, because when you kicked him, you got far better. And because you guys were sick in scrims, but you never did anything on game day. You're fucking stupid, Bruise Brothers duo lane. That's what you get. Team Gap? Who are you blaming? Cherio? Okay, if you're blaming Cherio. Okay, yeah, I'm about to blame Cherio. Netrioid! He's somewhere between great and really great, in my opinion. I think a lot of people are slight Netrioid haters. I think he has performed at a pretty high level throughout his career. And I think he belongs at the top of great. I don't think he's as good as hardcore. I think this is the line I'm looking at. And you're looking at Kings with hardcore, Kings with Netrioid. Well, I mean, there's a little, Hey, Kinge. But I think he's great. I like him. I think as well he got a lot of he took the brunt of the shit for Jake getting kicked from the Oni Warriors, which was quite funny. I do, you know, I think he tried his best to try and explain it, but didn't do that well on it. Yeah. Did it for the team. Did it for the team. He's a great role player almost in ADC. And yeah, legendarily could solo FG at any moment. Ocean's ADC, this was early in his career. I think ADC must have been the role he started playing, and then he just like slid into other roles whenever he could like find his way into a spot. He was like lubed himself up, you know, covered in Vaseline, snuck his way in. But yeah, he did get a crit that one time. There's a video of me somewhere. Mountain Goat was the one who clipped it. It was from years ago. I found it on Reddit somewhere, but I think it's gone now. But there's a video of me getting 3 crits in a row with Golden Dagger, which I think, what was that, 5% at the time? Was it you who took the clip, Leth? Fucking legendary. Anyway, Oceans is a minor fraud, I think. It's gone though. R.I.P. 1 and 1, 2, 5 for 3 in a row? All right. 1 and 20. No. Yeah, it was 5% at the time. I'm sure. I think it was 1 in 1600. Pandacat. He goes into GOAT contender. Where he belongs. He's a GOAT contender, for real. For real, for sure. Just in case people aren't aware, we'll put everybody in GOAT contender, and then we'll decide who the GOAT is after we've put people in the GOAT contender category. And I'll take all of your advice on board when I make you all very unhappy later. You would diff these guys? Yeah, maybe. Realzx. Another guy like Arkkyl, who was just naturally really fucking good at the game. Realz didn't win all that much, but was like top 1, top 2 player in ADC the entire time he played the game, in my opinion. I'm gonna put him in really great or great. I think I'm gonna put him in really great. I think he lives up here towards the back of really great, but I think above guys like Royd, Allied, and Nate. What about the Twitter? I don't think Realz has that much going on in his Twitter. Also, perhaps the most like actual talented gamer on the list. You know, Realz played PUBG like pro or semi-pro. He played Overwatch pro or semi-pro. Guy was just good at fucking games. Go of the Plumber era. Very, very good in the Plumber era, it's true. Demon at Snooker. Oh, really? Not at CS, yeah. I think he was like global elite, right? Global in CS. Yeah, he was very, very good. Shaggy. Shaggy Shank. Where does he go? Now let's think about it. Shaggy era. Who are we talking about in the Shaggy era? Listen. Did Shaggy lane with Princess Tomato at one point? Was that a lane? Shaggy Shank, Princess Tomato? Good fucking times, man. But I remember around that time there was like a fantasy Smite League where you could play that for points. That was really cool. We should bring that back. Unfortunately we can't enjoy the tunes too much because YouTube can't hear them. Shaggy Shank. I think he goes into decent tier, but above most of these guys, I would say. I don't think he gets into great, actually. I mean, you consider him versus Ataraxia, Funballer in the same era. They were both better and on better teams throughout, better results. I don't think he ever was that.
I cannot talk about it. Here's the blink initiation from Emilitoo. A perfectly timed purification is going to get Wowy out of danger.
Shaggy.
And blinks down.
Shaggy,
Emilitoo has no idea. He's going to get stunned, and here's the combo.
What?
But the timing way off.
Oh, this was, I remember this. I was coaching this team. I remember. Wolfie had Vulcan ult and Instacast. Good times.
Wolfie feels he has no idea. He is going to get stunned, and here's the combo. But the timing way off from Wolfie. Here comes the snipe, connects onto ice, trying to get away. The chase from Luffy, but he misses the jump.
No, we won this
connects
game.
on the overhand smash for first blood.
No.
Should have gone through the portals instead, getting it tossed up.
Oh, it's we must have won this game. Because we definitely beat Cringe Crew at this tournament. Anyway. Shaggy decent. I actually think Moax should probably move up to like here as well. Smek! Another unbelievably short career in the SPL. This guy was a bit of a fucking beast when he was playing. Where does he go? I definitely don't think he's a fraud. Yeah, he quit early. I don't think he was a fraud. I think he was decent. I think he's in the decent tier. I remember you didn't you replace Youngbae on TSM or whatever they're called? Yeah. Relative to his group of opponents, Smek was better than Germain. Sam, you weren't even playing the game at this point. You didn't even know what Smite was. You were reading your Percy Jackson books thinking, oh, I wish there was a game about this. I wish there was a game about this. And then you found it, but it was like 2 years after Smek retired. What do you fucking know? Max can't read. That's true, actually. Yeah. Exactly. Smek was better. Smek in his era, relative to Germain in his era, Smek was easily better. Smek was like top 2 ADCs in EU at the time. You guys don't know shit. Listen. Let us talk about it. Anyway, Snoopy, up next. Listen. Listen. I know a lot of you were born in the year 2006 and you don't remember early days of Snoopy. You don't remember it. Okay? This guy was a fucking beast back in the day. A beast. Not just at crosswords, but at playing Smite too. Way back then. He had that dog in him. Cog Red? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Cog Red Snoopy. What an animal. Vulcan ADC. Cinema. Correct. Was is the key word? Yeah. It's true. He had a bad period at the end of Smite. It was much more bad in mid than ADC, I think. I think he was actually better in ADC, even though he didn't want to be there. Wait, has anybody got that? Has anybody got that clip of him dying to Merlin one? Is it this? Surely it is.
They're back to
it
HP,
is.
man.
That's crazy how I just find it instantly.
And they're full HP. They're one.
All right, everyone keep an eye on Snoopy, the mid laner. Mid lane Snoopy. Keep this in mind. Mid lane Snoopy.
Get back in.
Taskin could die here.
Taskin leads the way.
Oh, he's got a horse.
And falls them back immediately.
Where are you going? And Snoopy's dead. How are you dead, Snoopy? Dead. How? We 0 point. Look at him. I mean, you can hardly. To be fair, you can hardly see it. You can hardly see it. And he's got a horse. He's like 40% ADC and he dies in what, 2 ticks? Holy shit. He dies in 2 ticks. Anyway, Snoopy was great. He was either great or really great. I think he was great. I think he's like somewhere around here. That's where I think he is. Spudio. Mouse Sports Spudio. One of many players who was kicked by and other Inner Circle members. And then he took it out on me. Let it be known that he did take it out. He got his revenge. Okay, he got his revenge. Okay. Yeah, he kicked me. You know who he kicked me for? Half Devil. Great. Yeah, you know what? No, that guy's a born winner. Fair enough. Fair enough, you know. It's my bad at the end of the day. Spudio. I think he goes in decent. I do think he goes in decent. He was decent. He was playing pretty well. Doesn't really work on the team, apparently. He didn't play very much, so he can't really go anywhere higher. He can never go into great. But I'm comfortable putting him in decent. Adcs didn't want to support anymore? Yeah. Didn't he get MVP 1 week or something? Anyway. Fuck me. He was so good that Titans Worlds run, where they got to the final and lost. Other than that, not great. I think is a fair thing to say. I think as soon as he was off the Titans, he did absolutely nothing. But he was really good on that run to the final. They lost in the... Yeah, but they still made Worlds Finals, Augustus, and he was the best player, I think, on that team that year. He couldn't feeds and all. No one could, Sam. They were all fucking it. It's a classic ADC thing. He's either... I think he goes into decent. He has like a... I do think his most recent SPL performances were pretty fucking piss poor. The fact that he was on that super team, didn't qualify into the SPL, only got in because Dude Man Bro turned out to be a bad guy. But he gets into decent. He goes like, we'll put him next to Spud. Yeah. Better than Paul in that run to Worlds? Yeah, I think that Titans run to Worlds, Stuart was the best player on that team. I think he played the best from what I remember. I need to watch it back. I'm sure he was so fucking good that year. Sick ass. He was really consistent. That Titans run to Worlds, yeah, I think he was the best player on that team. Now, I don't think he's better than Paul, obviously. But I think in that run, in that tournament, he was the better player. He was the best player in that team in that run. He was really, really sick. I know Paul played on that team. I'm not saying that Stuart is better than Paul. I'm saying that in those games at Worlds, Stuart played better. Angry, you don't even remember what happened. Just biased. Yeah. Because he didn't play SPL Paradox. And he cried about it. Jeff and Barra, I thought we were friends, but they didn't even give me a chance to try out to join their team in the Smite Pro League. Thank God that guy's dead. Anyway, Suntouch next up. Where does he go? Suntouch. Fantastic player. One of the best ranked queues to ever exist was the Suntouch queue. Where does he go? He was the original EU queue. It was, you know who was still sniping it back then? The Ebola guys, like Marto and stuff were sniping his queue and ruining his day. Oh God, those guys are persistent, perhaps some might say. They were still there. They've been around. Your first and last sub. Anyway, is he minor fraud? I think he's a minor fraud in ADC. He could play Freya. Could he play anything else? Well, I mean, well, you know, maybe. Maybe. He goes into minor fraud. Suntouch was definitely better than Marvalz, surely. Coast. Didn't have a long career in the SPL, but he did win Worlds. the one time he was there, he did. I mean, he's 1 for 1. You've got to say 1 for 1. Is he a GOAT contender if he's 1 for 1? I was thinking really great. He lost console Worlds, yeah, a few times. I mean, he can't. Nobody can say he's the GOAT. We'll put him in really great. Put him like, he's probably under hardcore. We'll put him above hardcore. We'll put him above, you know what? We'll do this. Lisping, that's sorted. Yeah, but that wasn't SPL. You gotta keep that in mind, Juan. What's the reason Barra is GOAT contender but Spin isn't? Barra was better than everybody else at ADC when he played ADC. Spin wasn't better than everybody else at ADC when he played ADC. For any period, I don't think. Season 6, was he? Wasn't Spin better than Barra for the period I said Barra was the best? Well, like season 2, 3? No. I don't know. I don't think he was as clearly the best at any point, Nick. I do think he was very, very good. But I don't think anybody's saying Cyclone's the GOAT ADC. Whereas I think these 3 guys, people definitely would say. Does anybody think Cyclone is the GOAT ADC in chat? Yeah. So he's a GOAT contender. No. I'm asking if you think he was the GOAT ADC, chat. And all of you are very carefully saying, well, he could have been. Like, some people might think that. Well, maybe, you know, there's, yeah, maybe somebody. I could shut your damn mouth. Sam, again, you were in nappies when Barra was fucking spanking people on the world stage. Doing little twerks. Remember him doing his little twerk? Incredible scenes. Barra's and GOAT contender. Listen, it's my fucking list, all right? I've decided. Jeff never looked like God's gift. Barra carried Jeff even back then. No, it's a reflection of my opinion, Scream. Anyway, Vetium. Well, we've got the vote. Remember and vote in your... Do we still have it? You can all vote. I don't think I was ever subbed to Barra. Can we check? Oh, maybe we can't. Maybe I will have been. I might have had some gifted ones. How do you check? Is there a way of checking that? I don't know. Oh, wow. What was the last thing I said? Oh, can I see that? No. Unlucky. Got cooked. Previously subbed for 3 months. There we go. Gifted, I think. I don't know how to check if they were gifted. Fish Tank member. Love that guy. There was a, you know, I'm just kind of a big deal. There was that era where I would just show up in a chat, say a message, and then I got gifted sub. Good old days. 2014? Yeah. Tell you who I did sub to, actually. Steven Zappas was my first ever Twitch sub, I think. Anyway, Vetium. You know what? I really liked Vetium as a guy and as a player. I did. I don't know. Something about him. Something about him I just really liked. Good player. And also, like, you know, looking at him, I would have thought, like, I wouldn't like this guy personally, but I fucking did. I fucking did like him. Absolutely yoked. Lost you a lot of money? Bro, you could have had an alarm clock set too. Eeks. He did a lot of apology. I feel like he apologized really well. I'm going to move him to the top of decent, I think. Somewhere around Shaggy. Or maybe second top after Shaggy, perhaps. He's around here. He's not as high as, like, he was never as good as Snoopy, Funballer, etc. He's up here. Vote the GOAT? If vote's the GOAT, why did you fucking kick him, Nika? Oh, you've got to put him really high. He's really good. He was so good. Also, I kicked him and then I won Worlds. Okay. I think vote goes in. Is he going great? Or I think he goes in great. I think he's up towards the top of great, around Netrioid. Similar careers, both pretty consistent. Very good, but I don't think vote ever shone like the guys in this tier did. Would you put him above? Well, here's the question. Would you put him above any of these guys? I don't think I would, individually. I think he was a very, very good role player. You put him above Arkkyl? Realzx was so good. Arkkyl was so good. Arkkyl was better at the same time they both played. The whole time that Arkkyl and Vote were both playing, Arkkyl was better. Arkkyl was so good, man. People underrate Arkkyl because he went insane and found God. That's a problem. You've got to remember, before he found God, and when he was up to no good, taking drugs, smoking cigarettes, he was incredible. Put him above Netrioid? Okay, I can do that. I can move him up one place. But I'm not putting him in really great. What's this tweet? Are we looking at it? Can I pull this up? It's true. It's pinned. Okay. The King of Spain! The King of Spain. What a player. Vamos! Vamos! I love that guy. Absolutely goated with the sauce. Incredible player. I think he's around Suntouch. He's maybe above Suntouch. He's a minor fraud. 050? That's my GOAT. Bro, he was better. He's a minor fraud. Alright, I'll put him in major fraud. I'll put him in major. I don't think he was he a major fraud? I'm trying to think of Pappy's era. He was their one hope, but they did also funnel all of their farm into him. I'll put him top of major for dude. I'm gonna get cooked for this. Rip my Spanish viewer base. I'm finished. The King of Spain. We love him. Great streamer. Major fraud. Wowy. Now, if Wowy had been in the SCC, I think he would have really performed. As it is, he's dog ass. He goes, listen, I can't put him anywhere else. It's impossible. I can't do it. I have to put him there. I have to put him there. Oh, Wowy Cupid. There was that one time he absolutely cooked. Listen, man. Marvalz was only bad in the SPL for a very short period of time. Wowy was bad in the SPL, and I mean number 8 in the SPL for years. How? How? He was bad because he was on bad teams, but he was also invisible on those teams, you know? He did nothing. He never did anything other than, like, slightly lose lane the whole time, slightly get soloed every so often, and then show up to fights 2-3 levels down while his team was also losing. Maybe someone on his team would be winning, but he'd still be losing. He never won individually, like, pretty much ever. He did nothing. His career in the SPL was doing nothing and losing almost every single game. Every so often he won, but even in the games he won, he did nothing. He goes in dog ass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It happens. He had a solid Cupid, it's true. He was a good Cupid player. There was that one time he kept dashing in as well. I remember because I was in awe. Do I have a clip of it? No, it's not that. No. Grave. Because he was not good enough to be in the SPL the other year. Most of the time he was in, I don't think. He was just in out of inertia. Alright. Youngbae. Aggro and Wowy has a big drama? Oh, really? I think Youngbae was... He's decent, bordering on great, I think, for the early time he played. Does have a skin in the game. You got to keep that in mind. Won the launch tournament. So, yeah, possibly he's top of decent, bottom of great. I think I'm going to put him bottom of great. I like him in bottom of great here. And then obviously Zap goes into GOAT contender. We don't need to worry about that. GOAT contender. No one mentioned this. No one mentioned the skin money. No one mentioned the skin money. Listen, he owned the org. He owned the... There was no contract. It was his to take. And now, we decide who the GOAT is. It's going to be one of these 4 players. Emilitoo, Barraccudda, Pandacat, and Zapman. Let's look at this. Let's go through them one by one. Okay, Emilitoo. I think probably had the most consistent high-level performances out of these players. And maybe was the most meta-defining, I think. Barraccudda, perhaps the highest peak. Unbelievable performance individually in some periods, dragging his team through the dirt in games, in matches. Is Barraccudda's flu game? Legendary. Legendary. Longevity, well, unfortunately he was dog shit towards the end of his career. Not dog shit, but like, you know, he wasn't Wowy. He was great. Pandacat. I think Barra had the highest peak above other people at the time he played. I do. I stand by that. I stand by that. I'm completely wrong. Sam, you don't know anything about the SPL prior to you joining. And prior to you joining, I was owning you. Didn't you lose to me the year before you joined in the SPL? Panda, really, maybe the person who soloed people the most, the person who ran the lanes the most. He was very, very, very good. And Zapman, the man with the accolades, the 3-time. He won Worlds 3 times, and he did deserve those Worlds victories. Outside of that, not that much to shout about. He's been in the game for the longest, I would say. Stayed around for the longest. Managed to replace Barrow, which is pretty epic. Now, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Pandacat or Zapman. Before the tier list started, I was leaning Zapman. I feel like I'm being swayed by chat towards Pandacat. And so I'm going to go Zapman. The 3-time. Panda made finals 4 times? Yeah, how many times did he win? Once. Zap won 3. And that's it. Check the viewer poll. Sure. I stand by it. The 3-time. You won Worlds 3 times. So we switch Barra and Cyclone. Listen, there's so much hate for it, I'll move Cyclone up. But I won't move Barra down. I'm keeping Barra where he is. Alright, can we see the tier list? But this is, can I remove my votes? Can I cancel my votes? Total results. Oh! Chat agrees with me. Wait, is it just my list? Germain, great! What is wrong with you clowns? Smek, major fraud. Listen, I should have had a tier for you don't know who these people are because you're 20 years old. And Smek could be your father. Is there no one in dog ass? Was there no dog ass? Oh well. Metyankey should be at least really great. So you're saying he should be really great or GOAT contender. Did Ally die? He did indeed die, yes. No, dog ass was in it from the start. Yeah, only as Hoyi. What do you mean? What do you mean first time chatter? Christ almighty. Anyway, that's your list. This is the list that matters, mine. And that's it. EBM, Barra V. Oh, the Barra V Zapman clip. He's been raw dogging him for years, guys. That's it. We'll get it out. You can get mad at me on Twitter about Cyclone not being the GOAT or whatever the fuck it is you idiots think. Just grab this. Let's go all-time tier list. Tier list. Tier list. Tier list. Tier list. Alright, nice. Got it first time. Alright, we'll watch this quote. We'll watch this quote.
Barry! Oh, you were supposed to be the chosen one right here with Steve. Now look at you. A choke fetish on the internet.
Hardcore online warrior. How wrong is this guy? Scary D ice in their veins. That's true. I think Scary D might be no gag reflex, actually.
It's tragic. It was supposed to be Smite. Was supposed to be the story of Zapman and Barry toe-to-toe, tit-for-tat, down the finish line all the way. Who is the greatest ADC, the greatest Smite player of all time? Is it the golden boy, the face of Smite, Georgia Zone?
It's easy to play well when you have zero expectations. How come you never won anything until you were on the Kings then, Sam?
Steve's been raw dogging him for years, guys.
Oh, it's because you always had expectations.
Been raw dogging him for years.
Dirty boy,
any
Steve.
Team, you name the team, Steve did it.
He did.
You named the fucking team, Steve did it.
Wasn't in the league? Yeah, you weren't even winning the SEC.
It doesn't matter. I love Barry, and I love Ven.
No, you weren't. Not true. Losing to me. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Lost to me. Just keep it in mind. Anyway, we're going to wrap up for YouTube here, I think. Oh, actually, first of all, I know you'll want to see this, YouTube. Yeah, I can cook you dinner now. What the fuck? Gender roles. What's it called again? What's the spin the wheel? Okay. We got 2 roles left. We have done ADC, so we have support or jungle. Here we go. Dude, when's he gonna play this song? There we go. Support. No coach role? No, I can't really rank the coaches because they're all dog shit compared to me. None of them knew what they were doing. Anyway, that's it. Here's the final list if you want to have one last look, if you're jumping to the end of the video to have a look. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, and leave angry comments down below about all of the misplacements I've done here. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.